So yeah, might as well reuse this original power supply. Originally 100 volts, 50-60 hertz, because they use both in Japan apparently. This is the original transformer, and I think this is a slow blow fuse on the active. Well, you can't really tell what the active is, can you? They're both the same pins. So, from what I've been reading, I'm going to put a toroid in. So I have 230 volts coming in. So I just wire those up in series for 230 volts. And I've got two 9 volts out, 2.778 amps each. So I want 9 volts out, so I can basically wire those in parallel. So I'll get 9 volts at 5 point whatever amp capacity coming out. So the first thing it said was, reading up on it, is can be a large inrush current or something. So for the fuse, it reckons so it's a 50 volt amp divided by 2. Well, it's 240, isn't it? Divided 0.21 amps, and then 150%, so 0.31. So I have a 0.315 slow blow fuse. So I need to mount it. I think I'll have the mains input on this side so that I can mount my fuse on the active here, and I'm not going to keep the Japanese, here's the Japanese plug cable, I'm not going to keep that and just rewire it because there's no earth. So I'm going to use this one, just chop the end off so I can earth the case, active and neutral in, drill a hole in the case to put the fuse on. So that'll be my that'll be my high voltage side, and then this is my low voltage side connected to the cable to the Commodore. That's the plan. So I need to do some drilling. And I need to shorten these cables. I also need to get some other bits and pieces. That's the plan. So I think that will be part 3, because I'm not going to worry about the VIC for now. That requires some troubleshooting, so I'll get this bit sorted next. Getting there. Alright, and to try and convert this power supply. So 9 volts 36 volt amps going to 9 volts 50 volt amps on a 240 supply. Always nervous when cutting. So I have got, now I have misplaced it, slow blow fuse here, put it right there, and then I've got my new Aussie power cable, go in there, connect that to here, and then connect these in parallel to get 9 volts 5 amps, or just over 5 amps because it's 50 volt amps. And hopefully I don't screw it up. So first things first is get the fuse holder in. And then I can start hooking it up. Let's see. So after a bit of a struggle, I ended up using a new grommet, not the supplied one, because the supplied one was great for a 2-core Japanese cord, but not for a 3-core Aussie cord. So that's in. Neutral connected through. I've added an earth. Will it really work if the case is painted? Maybe, I don't know. Got the active going via a fuse now, and I've got the toroid in, so I've connected the input in series, so it should be 230, but 240 volts in. And now I just need to connect these in parallel. Let's see, black and orange and red and yellow. So I'll connect these two. There's my youngest. Oh, we got a 3D printer finally. And he wanted me to print out Cartoon Network logo because he's got autism and he's obsessed with TV logos. So we've been printing it out. Of course, it takes hours, and he's now missed the bit where it started printing, so he's getting all upset. Oh. Anyway, so I'll connect these two in parallel, and that will give me 9 volts, 5.5 amps output. And using the original NTSC type plug. So, almost done. Okay, I better go upstairs and see what's going on with the 3D printing. Almost there. I've soldered them together, and then I'm just connecting it through one of those little things. I could have made them shorter, but yeah, it's just, don't open this up. It'll probably frighten a professional electrician. So just connect those up, and then that's the output, and time to energize it and see if I electrocute myself or trip a circuit breaker. So here's the end result. I now have an Aussie plug on one end into a toroid, and there should be 9 volts coming back out to a NTSC style VIC-20 plug. Let's see. There we go. Unregulated, so a little high. Well, there's 240 volts in, not 230 volts, but seems to be working okay. I think that's success. Cool. Here's the end result. Japanese Commodore VIC-1001 power supply converted from 100 volts to 240 volts and 9 volts or 10 volts, 50 volt amps out. It's now earthed. It wasn't earthed originally. Did have a fuse on it, kind of hardwired in. Now it's got a replaceable fuse. That's where the transformer was originally held on by. Now we've just got that in the middle to hold the toroid. Done. Something else that's been refurbished, restored, so it lives on. I'm happy.